So I remember when I first got into the gym, I actually didn't get into bodybuilding first. I got into a martial art. I got into karate. And so I remember I even, the exact story that happened, I sort of, went up to my mother and I was like, hey, like, could you sign me up to a karate gym? And I was like 12 years old. And so, a couple of days pass and she finds a karate gym that's fairly, near us and shit. And I end up going there. And so I sign up and everything. And I remember the reason I sort of wanted to go to a karate gym, I had this limiting belief of like, I was 12 years old, so no gym would accept me and shit like that, which is, not true at all, but that's besides the point. So I basically start to basically go to this karate gym. And, the captain there, the coach there sort of sees my, my physique and shit. And, he realizes that I could probably just have a whole bunch of fucking potential. Because, I was 12 years old and I was ultra tall. And, I was built very properly. I just was ultra skinny. And so, even before I was ultra skinny, so basically he signs me up to to the gym part of the karate. But even before I actually was skinny, I used to be fat. And so the whole, thing was sort of, I get bullied in class and stuff like that. And, I used to get bullied for, going to the gym and essentially being like this karate guy. Or even remember like this story, I would sort of like practice the karate stuff like like before the school starts, but at the school, so like in the time period between, the first class starting and like, you essentially just waiting for that. And so I would practice my karate stuff outside, like I would be far away from the class. And these kids would like look at me and they would like start like taking videos of me as I would do it. When I wouldn't even realize them. And they would sort of like laugh at it and they'd be like, karate kid, you go to the gym and stuff like that. And they would laugh at it. And I'd even like sort of, would get bullied in class and stuff like that. And I remember that was one of the main motivators to me wanting to become ultra great at this and wanting to bulk up and wanting to actually have a fit body. I, of course, wanted the other benefits of, just simply having a fit body and the respect and stuff like that you get. But throughout that journey, I had suffered a lot. I, used to get bullied for just going to the gym and being ultra skinny and still wanting to improve. And so it was one of those periods. And I remember even throughout that period, I'd sort of, I was talking to a girl and, I ended up basically telling her that I liked her and then ultra rejection. And so, that was also one of the main things that pushed me to, further my progress because I had so much, there to hurt me that it pushed me further. And so that was like one of the more critical parts of my life. I'm telling you a story from like 3 or 4 years ago, which is tremendous amount of time. And so, that was like back in 2021, 2020-ish, this sort of time period. And so, still I didn't really make all that much progress. I would sort of want to have a fit body and stuff like that. I just was ultra skinny. And my, belief was that if I just keep cutting down, I'll have a fit body. And so just cut down, I'll just lose the, mini, like, fucking love handles that I have, which weren't even there. I'm not talking about the fat version of me. I'm talking about the skinny version of me, which barely had anything of fat to lose. And still I wanted to sort of get to that point. And so it was a struggle. I eventually, had health issues because I was just cutting for way too long. And, I was ultra skinny. There was nothing to cut. I was just depriving myself of food for no reason. And so then I realized that and I start to actually, go to the more so right path of, bulking and to, get myself to gain some muscle mass. And so I, go on that journey and I start to, basically bulk and everything. And I get my shit right. I start going to the gym and really, focusing on the sessions and everything. And within 6 months, I'm already looking a whole bunch better. Then something happens, along the lines of I leave the gym that I was in and I move to an actual proper gym. And so then I basically make even more progress because I basically could only, I was just focused fully instead of on karate and the gym on just the gym. And so that made me, improve drastically. And so, that was one of the main things that pushed me to go ultra fucking, beast mode. And I gained like around maybe 10 kilos from that time period. I was 60 kilos when I was ultra skinny. And I had, became 70 in that gym. And then I'd basically, moved to a new gym and I gained about 15 kilos. And right now I weigh about 85 kilos and I'm lean. I'm almost fully lean. If I was going to really, cut down right now, I'd probably just cut down 5 kilos and I'd be ultra, ultra lean. So around 80 kilos of lean muscle. And so this journey that I'm sort of talking about is, of course my own, but the thing that I'm sort of trying to get to here is that this journey has been one of the best journeys that I've ever embarked on. Me going to the gym and wanting to have a fit body, which I have finally attained after such a long time, it has been the best journey that I probably embarked on, in the longest time ever. Probably the best one in my life, if I could be truly honest. Building yourself an amazing physique is one of those things that cannot be bought. It cannot be cheated. You can't cheat your way into building your dream physique. You have to actually do it with pure hard work and dedication. And so this journey and having this physique changed my life tremendously. I told you I used to get bullied and stuff like that. I told you I used to get rejected and stuff like that. But what do I have now? The amount of social group that I have, I know every single person in the gym. Every single person in my gym I know. And they're all basically my friends. I show up to school and I'm basically respected. Everyone calls me coach at school, which is even more interesting. Everyone sort of respects me. Everyone, knows my worth. No one bullies me. All the people who used to bully me, I dealt with. And now they're essentially my friends. And so it's just one of those things that the journey of you moving from one stage to another will be difficult. But once you're there, once it is very clear you're there to everybody, that is when your life will change tremendously. And so throughout this, you will have to build a lot of skills because at the end of the day, everything that you do is reliant on some form of skill. You sort of assume that building your dream body is just based on actions. And of course, but those actions have to be made with certain skills. And those skills that you will attain building your great physique and building this fit physique, you will use in every single other area of your life. I'm more so focusing on business these days. And what I've came to realize was, the thing is, all these skills that I have built, I am basically just having to move them into this new area of this new focus on business. Because they're just built skills. The skill of consistency, disciplining yourself and going to the gym. These skills that I have built, I use in business because I have to use them in business. Because at the end of the day, these are universal skills that once you build, and you build them with building your dream physique, you will basically use for the rest of your life. And you will be so grateful that you have built them. And because you'll have this formula. You'll have this formula of building your dream physique that you will use forever. And so it's one of those things that I truly am utterly grateful for. And so since you want to build your dream physique, you probably, are a little more far from that. And I know you probably might be suffering from a lot of things, just like I used to. At the end of the day, society won't go easy on you. That's sort of the thing that I've learned. And it's that since most people are mediocre, seeing another mediocre person only makes them want to, sort of bump into them. And it's sort of a disappointing thing about society where those same people will end up being your friends just simply if you had a different outcome, if you were a different person. And that sort of makes, absolutely a lot of sense. But it is disappointing because it means that, the improvement that you have is basically going to change the same people that would have hated you into loving you, which is sort of interesting. At the end of the day, this video is basically about how to build a dream physique and the, ultra beginner guide, I should say, to building your dream physique. And so, I sort of really needed to nail in that point of just how different the two lives are. The life of me being this 60 kilo kid versus me being this, amazing 85 kilo guy who's full of muscle and who, does the heaviest weights in the gym. It truly is a difference, a very big difference. These days I walk outside and I'm not even near my gym. I'm just fucking outside. And I get random strangers walking up to me, literally walking up to me and just being like, oh, you go to the gym. Oh, that's really nice. So you got a good physique and stuff. Oh, yeah. Like, could I get your Instagram? How could we be friends? And I just get that all the fucking time. And it's just because I have this, shiny thing that most people will not work hard for. And you can have that too. You just have to put in the work. And so let me teach you the work that you have to put in. So hopefully, you will embark on this journey and you'll build all those skills that I'm talking about and attain this physique of which you will, basically have forever, because all you have to do is just do this once. And this physique will be there for a pretty long time, as long as you just learn how to maintain it afterwards. And so let's just get straight into this. So I kind of want to take a brief break and tell you about the Thrive Attainer. See, in the Thrive Attainer, we don't just tell you what to do, we show you. In fact, guarantee that if you just work with us with 1 month, you'll see tons of progress like never before. As my fitness journey goes, I've always sort of hated the way I looked. Ever since an 8-year-old, I sort of hated that skinny fat look on me. And growing up, I sort of, hated that skinny look, and I've hated all the sorts of looks that I've had. And so that has pushed me to sort of want to change the way I looked and to find a solution to this. Now that I'm on the other side, I can see just how much better life is having an amazing physique and genuinely looking this way that, nobody really sort of can find. It's such a rare thing. And so the status that comes with this and the different way that people treat you when you have such an amazing physique, it all changes the entirety of your life, really. And so knowing how big of an issue this really is, I created the Thrive Attainer to basically help you to attain your dream physique, to basically bulk you up and get you all that muscle mass and get you looking good and get you looking confident and being confident. And so if this gets you on your heels, I made a full video talking about the Thrive Attainer and everything that is related to it. And so I'll just leave it as the first link in the description. You can basically just check it out right now and then go back to this video. So one of the main things that, one of the first things, and you probably already know this, is that you have to have a gym membership. It's sort of one of those, very common things, and these things that, it's like you won't build muscle if you don't stimulate the muscle. And so the way you do that is by going to the gym and essentially breaking down the muscle so it could repair itself and become stronger. That's sort of the whole philosophy of what we do. And so you'll get a gym membership. That's one of the main things. You can find, gym memberships as cheap as $10, a month, which is insane. It's $10 per month. So that's pretty, great. There are plenty of gyms out there that will basically have that. And so find yourself a good gym and get a gym membership. That's one of the first key steps. And for training and splits and the different exercises that you'll perform, there are plenty of different things. There are plenty of different splits. You just have to research this. But what I recommend usually for beginners is going on either push-pull legs, but that usually will take a lot of time. Or you could sort of go on a, just casual bro split. And the reason I recommend a bro split is because a lot of times bro splits are just simple. And if you don't know what a bro split is, it's basically you hitting one muscle every single day. So first day you show up and you hit chest. You hit the muscle of chest. So you do exercises just for chest. Second day you do shoulders or arms, depending on whatever order you like. And so you do, arms, let's say. And so biceps, the main muscles of the arm, biceps, triceps, and then forearms. And then basically, you do shoulders. So the 3 heads of the shoulders, you'll basically be hitting those. And then basically back, so you hit back, and then legs. And then it basically repeats. That's basically how it is. And it's a very simple split that I followed for the first year of me going to the gym. And it's been great. And so, a lot of people will tell you that this split is not optimal and you should follow another one. I just recommend this for beginners because it's simple and it will teach you what exercise goes to what muscle. And this is one of the main things that if you learn, you'll be able to create your own splits very easily. Like you will be able to create whatever split you like from your own head just by simply following the split for a while. And so, the exercises you'll be doing, there are classic exercises. Whatever gym you go to, they'll probably give you certain exercises to follow, and you could just follow those. But a lot of times, you'll simply just, you can research this, what exercises should I do for chest? What exercises should I do for biceps? What exercises should I do for legs? And you just simply do those. And so this is sort of an easy step that hopefully, should be very straightforward to you. And it just requires a little bit of research and a little bit of watching more videos like these. But it's just a simple, step-by-step sort of guide to just, doing this. And so the second thing that you'll have to focus on, and this thing was a thing that I neglected, and this is why I'm making this whole video, because it's one of those things that if only there was like one place to give you the general ground of things, it would have been great for me. Of course, I didn't actually get that proper knowledge because I had to figure everything on my own. And so the second thing is basically focusing on your diet. And you might tell me, okay, but I'm a skinny dude. What am I supposed to focus on? Like eat less? And the simple truth is, no, it's actually eating more. It's bulking. We use this term bulking as we basically bulk up, we gain more. So it's a time period where you basically eat more. And as, I am assuming you probably are a skinny person, most likely. And so you want to gain and have a fit body. And so the sort of thing is, most of the time, you will require a bulk. Now, if you're fat, then, you're going to have basically main gain. That's probably the thing I recommend to you. And it's basically main gaining. What is that? You basically will still eat a little bit more or eat at around maintenance calories, but you will simply train and do, a whole bunch of that stuff. Now, will you require cardio as a fat person? No. As a skinny person? No. I don't recommend cardio to anybody, honestly, because it just burns your muscles. You don't gain nothing from it. And the amount of fat that you'll lose is very low as opposed to, what you could potentially, actually go for and build more muscle. And just by the muscle building process, you'll end up losing fat. This is the thing that I actually recommend to you. Now, why is it that you need to bulk? Well, because when you are training your muscles and breaking them down in the gym, your body needs nutrients to heal those muscles. And so you basically will eat more to give it those nutrients so it could heal those muscles and make them stronger again. And so that's why you need to be eating more, not eating less. Now, people eat less because they want to lose fat, but in the process of losing fat, they end up losing muscle. And that's not a thing we want. Unless you're ultra obese, that's probably not the thing that's going to be optimal for you. And so that's sort of the main thing, bulk. And the way you do bulking is, you could use an app called MyFitnessPal. That's the app I use, and you will calculate your calories. So basically, you'll be eating, during this sort of, app, and you'll be using this to track all the calories and all the food that you eat. So you'll know, how much did I eat? Did I eat more today or did I eat less? Should I eat more today or should I eat less? And so it'll be the ultimate sort of metric for you, the calorie. And so pretty simple. Basically just download this app and stick to it. It'll definitely give you a number of calories. You can increase it so you basically can gain more. And you can play around with this, just research this a bit more. It's just it's all, based on how much you know. And the more you know, of course, the better. Now, of course, you're going to have to sort of go to more trusted resources. There are plenty of videos that I have on my channel that I, talk about specifically how to count your calories, specifically how you should bulk, specifically the sort of things that you will need to, get more muscle from your gym sessions. I have plenty of videos on this channel, and, I'm not saying this to be cocky. I'm just, I truly have had to learn these things the hard way. And so when I teach you these things, I truly believe that I am probably the best source on the internet when it comes to, genuinely the accuracy of these, gym sort of information. And so just stick to these calories, and actually follow them. And the last thing is sort of rest, and it's sort of very commonsensical. Just sleep more, try and sleep more. And the thing is, if you're getting more sore, then having more rest days would be better. But the more optimal thing is that you would have less rest days, because the less rest days, the more you can hit the muscle and the more that you will probably stimulate the muscle and get more, muscle growth. And so there's a balance between how much rest days you will have and how much rest days you won't have. And you'll simply have to figure this on your own, following the split, sort of seeing how the bro split works for you, and then, sort of playing around with it. Could I have, 2 rest days because I'm too sore? Or, should I have 1 rest day? Should I not have any rest days at all? If your recovery is like superb, you probably wouldn't need a rest day. And so just play around with this, see how it actually works for you. And I think the final and main thing that I think is probably the biggest factor to whether you will succeed in building your dream physique or you will fail. And the thing that I think differentiates me from every single other person in the gym that goes there for 1 month and then just quits is basically my consistency. I've been going to the gym for 4 years, And for the first 2 years to go into the gym, I barely made any progress. And when I say barely, I'm talking barely. Like probably 1 kilo in those 2 years, 1 kilo of muscle. And that is a very, very low number. That 1 kilo could be gained in a week. And I had a whole 2 years to gain that. And still, I did not quit, even though I felt like it, even though throughout all those difficult days, I felt like skipping a day or two because I just wasn't seeing any progress, I still showed up. And so consistency is one of those things that if you simply will stick to this for a long enough time frame, you will have a killer physique. I like this quote from Andrew Tate. He says, if you show up to the gym 1 day a year and you put in 100% effort, you'll look like total shit. But if you show up to the gym and you put in 60% effort every single day for 365 days, the whole year, you will have a killer physique. And it's just that fucking simple. If you simply stick to doing something consistently, even if it's with lower effort, you just do it and you stick to it, you will get more results and you will build a body that is absolutely killer. As opposed to the guy who just shows up one day and puts all the effort and tries all the fucking machines and goes on all the fucking, treadmills and stair fucking, cases just to fucking look like total shit the next day because he's not showing up every single day. So consistency is just the ultimate, cheat code to not just building your dream physique, but in everything in life. Because everything in life will require consistency. You having a successful business will require you to show up every single day. You sort of even going to school and having a good degree and over all this sort of bullshit, it still requires you to go to this school 5 days a week and study every single day for at least an hour. That's the sort of thing. And so a lot of times, if we nail this down, if we realize the importance of consistency, it is far more important than anything else. You showing up to the gym, you tracking your calories every single day, that is going to be the very differentiator for you and any other person who might show up to the gym. And so realize this and actually genuinely just have the mindset that you're playing for infinity. Like this, I like this mindset from Alex Hormozi, finite and infinite games. If you have a goal of like, I want to build my dream physique, and once I build my dream physique, I'll just leave the gym. That is never going to actually get you your dream physique. This mindset is never going to work. What actually works is saying, I will go to the gym forever. As long as I live and breathe, even when I'm 60 years old, I will still be going to the gym. I'll be that 60-year-old fucking guy, the guy who shows up on Reels and he's like 60 years old and he's fucking jacked and he's like hitting all these weights and, this like fucking guy who deadlifts like fucking 600 pounds or something. And he's like deadlifting it when he's fucking 60 years old. And so you want to have the mindset of the infinity, because when you have the mindset of infinity, you will be guaranteed success. Because when you do something for a long enough time frame, you will get good at it, number one, but also you will start to see results because you're showing up every single fucking day. And I think this mindset of no effort ever gets wasted, no input ever goes to waste, is the ultimate mindset. Because as long as you realize that the more I put in, the more I get out. And there is no bell curve. There is no, if I do too much, I'll lose muscle. If I do too much, I'll burn out. If you just simply realize this, that there is no burnout. There is no, like losing muscle. There's no turning point. The more I put in, the more I get out. And I just need to put in more. That is when life becomes such an easy game to win at. Because you just put in more. And so consistency is powerful, and having an infinity mindset will definitely help you with consistency, because you're basically saying, I'll show up every single day no matter what. If it's fucking snowing outside, I'll just fucking, become like a fucking top tier Olympia champion. I'll just walk through the fucking, snow to the gym. If, it's raining outside and everyone's skipping the gym today, I'll still show up because I have something that I need to accomplish. I don't go to the gym because my friends go to the gym. I don't go to the gym because, I want to impress my family members because I go to the gym. No, I go to the gym because I go to the gym, because that's who I am. And it becomes an identity, fact. It becomes something, a part of you. And so that's when, as long as that is the main mindset, that becomes the actual thing, that you genuinely see, and you have to genuinely believe this, you are guaranteed success in this. And so I know that you probably are thinking of a lot of different things, a lot of different limiting beliefs, perhaps something related to work, related to the gym membership, and how your parents are going to be like, oh, why do you want to go to the gym, whatever. At the end of the day, you just have to do this because it is a duty for you to be the strongest and most capable you possibly can as a man. And, I assume you're a man. Of course, you're probably a guy. And so that is basically your duty as a man who is walking earth. Because it's either this or you basically will live skinny for the rest of your life. And you will keep having the same bullies that have always bullied you, going to get rejected the same way that you have always been getting rejected. Same ways as, I sort of had. And so this is the sort of thing. I think the more that you are actually able to stay on this path, the more that you will attain those skills that we've basically mentioned, which will push you further in every single other area in your life. Every single area in your life will get boosted by this. Your success and how much money you make will get boosted by you simply showing up to the gym. Your success, your social life, your relationships, everything will get boosted and get improved by you simply showing up to the gym, because you become a different man by simply doing this. And so hopefully this video has been helpful. I know that this is probably a little long of a video. Usually my videos are a little shorter than this, but I really need to dial in all these key mindsets and to really just give you this ultimate sort of beginner's guide to building your fit body, building your dream physique. And so it's not this hard of a path. You just have to stick to it and actually put in the work. And so that's really all there is to it. And if you commit to the work, you'll be getting the results.